Hello po mga kababayan, mga kaibigan, mga katokis, mga kapots. Kamusta po kayong lahat? And once again, welcome po dito sa Simply Talkies Vlog. Tayo po ay magbibigay ng maiksing komento, opinion at reaksyon sa mga mainit na usaping pang-politika sa ating bansa. So pag-usapan natin mga kababayan, ito pong mga naunang nag-file ng impeachment case against your tukmol Vice President Sara Pusit Duterte ay meron pong kahilingan sa ating Supreme Court na siya pong nagbigay ng kanilang desisyon tungkol dito sa constitutionality ng impeachment case sa inyong tukmol na Vice Presidente. At ganoon din po, may mga UP College of Law professors na nagbigay ng pagkahaba-habang statement. Hindi natin babasahin ng buo yung kanilang statement. Ilang pages ba ito? Attachment dito, 5 page mga kababayan, affixing their signatures. Mga lawyers po ito na kung saan sila po ay nagbigay ng kanilang take, kanilang saloobin dyan po sa desisyon ng Supreme Court. Okay, so shout out po lahat sa inyo and may God bless us all. Unahin natin mga kababayan, ito pong pakiusap ng mga filers ng nag-file ng impeachment case laban sa inyong tukmol na Vice Presidenteng Sara Pusit Duterte. Ito po sa balita ng GMA News Online. Supreme Court asked to reconsider VP Sara Duterte impeachment ruling. Ayan po. Some of the individuals behind the first impeachment complaint against the Vice President Sara Duterte on Friday has asked the Supreme Court to reconsider its ruling declaring the articles of impeachment unconstitutional. The petitioners filed a motion for reconsideration ad catelam. Ayan po. Hindi po natin alam kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng ad catelam, no? Pero nag-file po sila ng MR. Ad catelam. Quote, naniniwala po kami na maling-mali ang naging desisyon ng ating Korte Suprema. Yan. Sabi po yan ng si petitioner Sylvia Estrada Claudio. To recall, 3 impeachment complaints were filed against Duterte on December 2024, all of which were connected with the alleged misuse of confidential funds. Yung ika-4 nung February ang naaprubahan. So yan po, sinasabi nila, no? Okay, so alam nyo naman siguro ano yung naging statement o decision ng Supreme Court through their ponente, Senior Associate Justice Marvic Leonen. However, sabi po ni Claudio, kasi yung word na talagang pinagdiinan dun sa desisyon ng Korte Suprema ay yung initiation. Kailan ba na-initiate yung complaint? Sabi naman nung si Silvia Claudio, said their complaint was not initiated. Yung complaint daw po nila ay hindi nagkaroon ng initiation sa House of Representatives. This was echoed by petitioner o another petitioner, Teresita Quintos Deles, who said that the Supreme Court previously ruled that complaints are only initiated once deferred to the House Committee on Justice. So, ganun ang normal. Ma-initiate yung article of impeachment pag yan na ay na-refer na sa House Committee on Justice tapos na plenaryo o whatever. Pero sabi nung ponente, nung pagkatanggap pa lang, ma-initiation na. Yun, patay tayo. Kumbaga, initiated yung 3 impeachment cases. Doon pa lang, sakop na yon ng 1-year ban. Nag-start na pero yung mga previous ruling ng Supreme Court na siya ring inaayunan ng mga retired associate justices at isang Supreme Court justice na initiated lang kung ayan ay dumating na sa House Committee on Justice at sa plenaryo. Doon natatakbo yung initiation. Wala po Binago po ng Supreme Court yung previous ruling nila. Paano masusunod ng HOR yun? Paano masusunod ng HOR yun? At yung HOR ang unang-unang tumatanggap ng impeachment. Di ba dapat yung rules nila ang masunod, hindi yung rules ng Supreme Court? Binago po Nagkaroon ng sariling rules ang Supreme Court, pero may take dyan po si Marvic Leonen. IELS na lang natin yan, mga kababayan. Mukhang medyo naliliwanagan po ang Senior Associate Justice Marvic Leonen. Quote, sabi ni Deles, by the ruling of the Supreme Court itself in an earlier case na sinabi na ang initiation ay kapag na-defer lang sa Justice Committee. Since hindi yun nangyari, wala talagang prior initiation. Correct! Yung tatlo na impeachment case nung pinasa nung December 2024, hindi po yan pumunta sa House Committee on Justice, so walang initiation. Ano naman na nakita ni Senior Associate Justice Marvic Leonen? Anong pinagbatayan niya? Meron ng previous precedents. Yung mga sinasite pa yung mga Associate Justice dati, mga retired, si Carpio, si Ascuna, si Punong Bayan na Chief Justice. Sabi nila maling-mali. Kailangan baguhin ninyo kasi may nag-cite pa sila ng mga example na ganyan. Yung mga lawyer din. Tapos ngayon, dinidemanda yung mga ibang tao na nagbigay lang kanilang take. Di ba? Dinimanda si Gadon. Sinabing tuta ng Duterte ang Supreme Court. Si Hayderian, wala namang ganong nasabi. Nasabi ko po yung sinabi ni Richard Hayderian. Paano mo madidemanda ng ganon si Hayderian? Pati si Representative Sendanya, dinimanda ng mga grupo ni Topacio, nila Tolentino sa si Sulpico, dahil sila daw ay guardians of ano? What? Tapos ang magdi-decide Supreme Court? Diba? Lutong Macau. Claudio called on the Senate to continue the impeachment trial. Ay nako, wala po. Ano ang sabi ni Estrada? No trial. Unless mabago through MR. Sana naman, kumilos ang Supreme Court dito. Magpapile itong grupo ng mga unang nag-file ng impeachment case ng MR. Sundan na ng HOR yung MR. Baka naman mabago po. Tingnan nyo, dinggin ninyo ang ano ng taong bayan. Remember, Supreme Court, sa isang survey din ng OCTA, 80% of Filipinos wants to see Sara Duterte sagutin yung kanyang mga sa impeachment. Di ba? Naniniwala din po kami na nag-overstep ng kaunti ang ating Supreme Court dahil nagsimula na ang Senado. At sa amin hong pananaw ay malinaw naman sa konstitusyon na ang Senado ang may karapatan at nagsimula na po sila. Correct. Ito paulit-ulit, Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 6. The Senate has the sole power to decide and try. Ikaw, Estrada, even daw na ganon, kayo pa rin dyan. Pero ang sabi ni Estrada, susunod na lang po kami sa Supreme Court. Wow, galing. Sa ating pong mamamayan, nananawagan po kami na pwede po nating i-criticize ang opinion ng kahit sinong mataas na opisyal o institusyon. Kasama na po ang Supreme Court. Correct! It is in the context of your freedom of speech. Pero alam nyo naman siguro yung demarcation. At sabi rin ng Supreme Court, huwag maging balat sibuyas. Diba, Topacio? Supreme Court na mismo, we are open for criticism or even ridicule. Pero wag naman sobra-sobra. Huwag maging balat sibuyas ang mga public officials. Tama po yan, pero dapat ang criticism, it is in the bounds of the law. Hindi lalagpas doon sa cyber libel o libel, no? Hindi masamang mag-criticize ng tama. Constructive criticism, hindi destructive criticism. Dito po, sa tingin natin, nag-overstep ang Supreme Court. 'Di ba? Binago nyo po yung patakaran 'di ba, Mr. Supreme Court Senior Justice Marvic Leonen, pero may sagot po diyan si Senior Chief Marvic Leonen. Tingnan nyo po, siguro LS na lang natin 'yun, no? Siguro nabasa nyo na rin. Okay, since we're talking about impeachment, punta naman tayo dito sa mga UP College of Law faculty members. Mga lawyers ito. Hindi ka pwedeng maging professor diyan kung di ka lawyer. Dito rin po sa GMA News Online. UP Law faculty members. Congress vested with prerogatives on impeachment. Prerogatives. Okay? Individual faculty members of the UP College of Law on Friday expressed grave concern on the developments regarding the impeachment of Sara Pusit Duterte, stressing that Congress is empowered with high prerogatives on the impeachment process. Signed by over legal expert Actually, 100 nga ito eh. The 5-page joint statement of the UP Law faculty members warned that the Supreme Court decision which declared the article of impeachment against Duterte unconstitutional has consequences that creates an incentive for filing a sham complaints to trigger the 1-year bar rule. O ayan tignan nyo tama ito. This is what we call constructive criticism. Yun yung sinasabi ni Deles. Pwede po tayong mag-criticize ng tama, hindi yung mamasamain lang natin, gusto lang natin siraan ad hominem. Oo. Quote, we express our conviction that Congress is constitutionally vested with high prerogatives and thus deserves the appropriate deference in its procedures and in the conduct of impeachment. At the very least, given the House reliance on 2 decades of precedents and practices, any new rules should be prospective in application. Correct. Hindi dapat in-apply mo doon. Dapat sabihin mo na lang, sa susunod, magbigay kayo ng bagong panuntunan after matapos ang impeachment trial. Hindi kumbaga nandun na na i-forward na sa Senado Tapos bibigyan mo ng ganyang bagong rule. Ano yun? Di ba? It added, we call on our democratic institution to act in accordance with these fundamental principles and to foster a full public debate on the impeachment in keeping with constitutional accountability. Correct, mga kababayan. Nakakahiya po di ba? Ito na lang sa dulo. We, the undersigned individuals, members of the faculty of the University of the Philippines College of Law, express our great concern with the developments in the impeachment of Vice President Sara Z. Duterte. We warn that these recent developments undermine impeachment as an indispensable instrument of political accountability for our highest public officials. Ayan po, no? Yan, ang dami po nila. Ito pa, permanent change, sabi nila. The faculty members noted that impeachment are decided only upon the simple question or whether or not the official should continue to be entrusted with public office. Since the consequences is not civil damages, correct, nor imprisonment, but removal from public office, they said elective representatives are the ones to decide on the outcome. Correct, hindi po ang Supreme Court. Elective representatives like the Congress, yung upper and lower house. Yan po yan. No? Pero dito, dinesisyonan ng Supreme Court. Noting that the Constitution provides that the House has the exclusive power to initiate and that the Senate has the sole power to try and decide all cases of impeachment, the faculty members said they shared the view of the pre-legal assistance group that over judicialization, hirap pala nito, over judicialization of the process, meaning court-like procedures are laid down for Congress, will permanently change impeachment nature. They also argued that the House merely followed rules set by Supreme Court in Francisco versus House of Representatives and Gutierrez versus Committee on Justice, which define initiation. Ito na naman tayo sa word initiation. Initiation of impeachment complaint as filing the impeachment complaint before the House and referring it to the Chambers Committee on Justice. Yun po, yung precedents na inayunan ng Supreme Court dati, nag-cite sila ng mga kaso, Francisco versus House of Representatives and Gutierrez versus Committee on Justice. Dapat ma-repair sa House Committee on Justice. Yun po yung tinatawag na initiation. Tulad nung sinabi ko kanina, nabago po binago nung ponente na nagsulat ng desisyon. This could not be an abuse of discretion, much less a grave one, sabi ng faculty members. Any change should be applied moving forward, they said, and not in Duterte's impeachment case. Correct! Kasi nasa Senado na Mabuti sana kung wala pang nagpapile ng impeachment sa HOR, nagbigay na ng ganyang statement ang Supreme Court. Binabago namin yung ruling binabago namin yung proseso, hindi yung ruling. Binabago namin yung proseso ng pagpapile ng impeachment. Kinakailangan yung initiation, pagkatanggap ng Secretary General ng House, doon na tumatakbo yung initiation. So pag may nagpasa na ng first impeachment, initiated na yan. So wala na hindi na pwedeng magpasa ulit. Ano ang gagawin nito? Ano gagawin yan? may nagpasa ng first impeachment o initiated. Tapos may magpapasa ulit na bogus o impeach. O hindi na pwede. Tinanggap. Hindi pwede. O technicality. Baliwala yung dalawang impeachment. 1 year bar rule. O di ba? Kasi nag-submit ka ng the same nag-submit ka ng different impeachment case pero within the same period, the same year, in the same impeachable official. Di ba? Yan ang sinasabi nila. Magkakaroon na ng mga bogus-bogus. Wala nang mai-impeach. Diba? Oh, if the court intended to lay out new rules for the House, then the reliance of the public thereto prior to their being declared unconstitutional call for at least a prospective application of the decision and not the nullification of the House action. Correct! Na? Ito po, ang galing po, no? Ang haba po nito, ha? Mga kababayan, o nasasabi pa dito, due process, no? Further, the faculty members said the House did not violate the rights of the Vice President to due process because the Senate Impeachment Court is the proper venue to defend herself as provided by the Constitution. Correct! Hindi lang yung initiation, wala daw due process na ginawa kay Pusit. Eh kung titignan nyo, ilang beses siyang pinapatawag sa hearing ng TRICOM. Hindi siya umaatin, hindi ba yung due process? Eh ang sabi dito ng mga lawyers, ang due process ay doon sa Senate, doon siya magdepensa. While Article 6, Section 21 of the Constitution requires the right of person appearing in or affected by legislative inquiry shall be respected, no similar rules apply in Article 11, Section 3 on impeachment. Impeachment has thus never required the observance of due process that applies to administrative proceedings. Correct. The impeachment trial itself is the due process. Oh, ayun naman pala. Yung impeachment trial ang due process. Pero anong nakita po ni Senior Associate Justice Marvic Leonen? Ha? Oh, baka pwede pa yan mga kababayan. Baka by the guidance of Holy Spirit. This is not because the Constitution intended to be oppressive towards a respondent. Instead, the following congressional practice, the right to be heard of an impeachable officer is honored in the trial before the Senate. Ay, ang galing mga kababayan. Oy! Senior Associate Justice Marvic Leonen, listen to the voice of the people. Chief Justice Gesmundo, listen to the voice of the people. Simulan nyo na yan. I-reverse nyo yung decision ninyo. Sige na po. Ha? O hindi ko na po babasahin. Ang haba po mga kababayan. Pero isa lang ang punto dito. Hindi po sang-ayon itong mga profesor sa College of Law ng University of the Philippines. Hindi sila natatakot na kastiguhin sila because that's their right. They are beyond the freedom of speech, the freedom of expression. Ha? Hindi po sila sang-ayon doon sa sinulat sa desisyon ng Supreme Court na constitutionality infirm, no? Kasi the word initiation at due process, hindi po. Pinaliwanag nila. So mas magagaling pala itong lawyers na to kaysa doon sa mga Supreme Court justices. Oh, mga bogus ba kayo? Mga Supreme Court justices? Nagtatanong lang po. Nagtatanong lang. Okay? O kayo po, ano pong inyong masasabi? Comment down below and don't forget to like and share. Hope to see you in our next videos. Bye-bye. God bless.